Hello everyone, welcome to Sharmit. In this session, we are going to talk about another very important topic related to reactive form, where we will see how to use form group for trapping the status changes. Yes, there might be some scenarios in your project or maybe you will encounter in future where we are supposed to follow the status changes or to track the status changes, right? So in this session we are going to see how we will get that status change with the help of when we are implementing it through form group. Okay, but before we proceed further with this session, I would like to recommend you to please go and check out the previously released session first, because they all are in proper sequence and sync. So if you follow it sequentially, then it would be much more easier for you to understand the ongoing topic, because for time being we are just mainly focusing on how to use reactive form with form group status changes. Okay, and for the detailed content, like you can also refer the Sharmit digital course book, which is freely available in the description box. There you will find more than 3000 plus free resources, which is available in both Hindi as well as English language. So as per your convenience, you can consume the content without any kind of language barrier. Okay, alright, so let's get started. Here you can see currently I'm in app.component.html file where I have mentioned two headings: Angular course by Sharmit and reactive form in Angular form group status changes. After that we have two horizontal rows that I'm using just to show the form properly on the browser, but it is not mandatory. If you want to skip these two horizontal rows, that is fine too. Okay, now we have got this two headings. Now after this, what we will be doing, we will be creating the form, but before that we should know the requirement. So requirement is very simple and straightforward. We just wanted to create a form with two input field. One is for name, another one is for email, and then we want to use the status change there just to verify whether the data is working properly or not. So for that, let's go to app.component.ts file. Here what we will do, we will simply add the prerequisite first. Okay, so we are sure that we are going to use reactive form. So here you can write reactive forms module. Okay, then just simply save this like this only. Then you can expand this thing, and after this we will define the other required thing like form group and methods, right? So firstly we will define the form group. So here I will write user form, okay, equal new. Here I will write form group, opening closing parenthesis, opening closing curly braces, expand this, and here inside this we will mention the fields. So first field I will define here is name, new, and here I will mention form control. Okay, then for now I'll set the default value as blank. In case if you want to keep validation like mandatory or something, so you can write validators dot mandatory, required, not mandatory, sorry. Okay, so this thing we can add, but it is not mandatory. Like I just want to show you like how it works with validators. Similarly for email also we will define new form control, opening closing parenthesis, single quotes for default value. So I'm setting the default value as blank. Here also, like if you want, you can keep validators dot required or maybe dot email. Yeah, dot email, fine. But I'm not going to show you the messages of this. I'm just showing you the place where you can put the validators. Okay, but in HTML, like you know how to trap this messages and define the form, right? Define the messages. Okay, so this group is ready. Now it's time to create the next thing, that is how we will trap this thing, because we have created the form group. Now if you want to capture this, so what you can do now, you can simply write one method here, ng on init. I'm assuming that you already know about this method. In case if you don't know, you can refer the previous session, because this is a very important topic and we have already spent much time on this. So for now we'll just save our time and we'll proceed. So you can see here in ng on init method, so we are using this dot userform dot status changes dot subscribe. opening closing parenthesis, then we will write here status, then equal angular bracket, then curly braces. Okay, then we will write here console.log, and then we will mention here status. Okay, then a semicolon again. Fine. So this thing is ready. We have this semicolon after the console, we have semicolon after the method. So these things are ready. Now once ngOnInit method is ready, now if you want, you can create one more method that will help us to identify whether the form is submitted successfully or not, because ngOnInit will be executed automatically, right? Those who have already covered this session, they know about it. Okay, so what I'll do now, I'll just simply keep one more method here. Let's say submit form, and it's a very simple method. Okay, we are not going to make it complex. We will just simply write here console.log, and we'll just print one message: form is submitted. Okay, very simple method. So this thing is ready. Now next what we will do, once these two method is ready, ngOnInit or forms and submit form, then we will go to app.component.html file. Here we will define our form. So to define the form, you just simply write here form tag. Okay, and in form tag we will mention here type. Not type, firstly we will write ng group, not ng group, form group. Okay, and here I will write user form. Then we will mention here, if you want to execute any method directly from here on submit, so for that we will write here ng submit, and inside this I will mention submit form, opening closing parenthesis. Perfect. Okay, now this thing is ready. After this, what we will do, we will simply create one method here, not method, the label here, and here I will mention name. Okay, then input field. In input field I will mention type as text, and then after this we will mention here form control name, where we will mention the name as name, because name is name. Okay, fine. Likewise we will define the second label, that is for email. Okay, then after this what we will do, we will keep input here. In input I will mention type as email. Okay, then we will mention here form control name, which is again a email, so I'll write here email. Okay, we missed something? No, yeah, all good. So this thing is ready, label is there, input field is there. After this we will create one button, and this button is for submit form. Okay, if you want you can keep the type here, the type as submit. Perfect, this thing is ready. Now you can simply save this code and we are good with it. Okay, now let's quickly verify whether it is working perfectly or not. One more thing, here we are using validators, but I am not actually showing the message in case of errors, but if you want you can create it, because that I already show you in previous session. So now here what I'll do, I'll simply mention one thing, that is ng server -open, which will open the execute the program in browser mode, and then we will verify the output. So it is up and running. Yeah, so you can see one main heading is Angular codes by Sharmit, then reactive form in Angular, FormGroup statusChanges, one horizontal row, one label, input field, another label, another input field, one button, and another horizontal row. Click on inspect and then go to console, and right now it is not showing any message or anything, but the moment when I start typing here, let's say ABC, so you can see it is showing valid. If I remove this, you can see it is showing invalid. Why invalid? Because this time I'm not providing the value to it, and it is checking for validators not required, and that is why the status is changed to invalid. Same goes with email. So here if I touch and did, let's say ABC, so it is showing invalid. Why? Because it is not a valid email. Okay, now it is perfect. If I click on submit, it will show form is submitted. Okay, so this is how you will process the status changes in Angular with FormGroup. I hope this session is clear to all of you. In the next session we will discuss few more things. So thank you for watching Tech Sharmit.